mean, if turning once again to Pope Leo XIII on this point, and in this case, he's writing in the encyclical Immortale Dei, he says, quote, "The church is wont to take earnest heed that no one shall be forced to embrace the Catholic faith against his will. For, as St. Augustine wisely reminds us, man cannot believe otherwise than of his own will," end quote. So the idea that man can't be coerced to accept the Catholic faith, I mean, it's not even an idea originating with Leo XIII. He cites St. Augustine. This is something the church has always said and always held and insisted upon. And it's important to recognize that when you're reading Dignitatis Humanae, you keep seeing these references to coercion, because the emotional response is, yeah, they're right, there can't be coercion. Well, what the council is really talking about is regulation, but they're using that word coercion to elicit exactly that kind of response. All of that made clear, when the Declaration states that men are to be considered immune from coercion and never to be forced to act in a manner contrary to their own beliefs, the Council does not say that this immunity from the state's power in matters religious is absolute. Remember what they said. It says that this immunity exists only within due limits, right? Now, based on what we've said so far, I think it's rather obvious who, according to the Council's treatment, gets to determine when certain limits are due. Is it the church? Well, no. The Council asserts no such right for itself. So that leaves just one choice. It's the state. The state gets to determine what due limits are, right? Now, here in the United States and much of the rest of the world, that means that the ruling elite, the wealthy, godless billionaire class, some of which are the adversaries to all men, who are ethnic supremacists, who are driving much of world affairs, that's who gets to set so-called due limits on religious activities. And it's not coming out of nowhere. The Second Vatican Council literally handed this to them, right? Now, missing entirely from this declaration, obviously, is any insistence that the Holy Catholic Church, insofar as she's been established by Christ the King and given a mission by him, is uniquely immune from the power of the state. But this is the traditional doctrine. So, I mean, we might conclude that when the Council claimed that it would leave the traditional doctrine untouched, what it really meant to say is that it wouldn't touch the traditional doctrine with a 10-foot pole, right? As Leo XIII stated in his apostolic letter, Officio Sanctissimo, quote, "Of the rights of the Church, that it is our duty everywhere and always to maintain and defend against all injustice, the first is certainly that of enjoying the full freedom of action she may need in working for the salvation of souls," end quote.